Hi students, a very pleasant and warm greetings to you all. Hope you are doing good. Last session we have seen about forms and files, right? We have seen about PHP forms and files. Now we are going to see the connection between the PHP and MySQL, okay? This chapter is connecting PHP and MySQL. Now you learned about both the PHP and MySQL, right? So now we are going to connect this PHP and MySQL, okay? Data. This is a very important thing in computer or internet or any computer or network related applications, right? So nowadays we are using so much of data and we have to secure that data and there is a very large amount of data, right? To store this only we are going to use this database management systems and all, okay? Here relational database management systems or some features are available here in this RDMS, the like MySQL, Oracle, IBM, DB2 or Microsoft SQL Server and all. Okay, these databases will be connected with the programming language to perform some task or to perform some specific operations like insert, select, update, delete. These all we have seen in the SQL chapter itself, right? SQL means structured query language, right? Here we are going to see the combination of PHP and MySQL. Okay, this is very popular nowadays in the internet. Okay, let's see what all will come under this MySQL function in PHP. Okay, PHP scripting language, many functions are available for MySQL database connection. Okay, and to execute some SQL queries and for SQL statement execution, connection termination, database connection, establishing the database selections and all. Okay, MySQL this extension in PHP scripting language gives the access to MySQL database. Okay, this MySQL this extension was introduced in the version 5.0.0. Okay, in this MySQL extension, this contains some functions. Let's see what are the functions are there in this MySQL database connectivity and management. Okay, MySQL connect function. That means it will come as MySQL underscore connect off. This is one function. Another one is MySQL underscore close. Another one is MySQL underscore query. Okay, these functions will come in this MySQL extension. Okay, next one we are going to see about database connection. Okay, before accessing this MySQL database, you have to connect the server machine through this PHP. Okay, using this PHP only we are going to connect this server machine. Okay, to connect we are using this MySQL connect function. Okay, let's see the example. First we'll see the syntax for MySQL connect. Okay, the syntax for MySQL connect is first you have to write MySQL connect, that is MySQL underscore connect. Okay, in the bracket you have to give the names or you have to give the variables what are have to be connected. You have to give that inside this bracket. Okay, this function needs 4 parameters to connect the database server to the with name, username, password and this database name. Okay, if you are having these 4 things only, you can connect this database MySQL database by using this PHP script. Okay, managing the database connection. Here we have the 4 codes. If you see here, first PHP code, opening code is given and then server name is localhost, username, password, database name is schooldb. This 4 parameters we are going to connect. Okay, so we are giving a name as $CONN, that is connect. We are giving a variable or we are giving a name for this as $CONN is equal to MySQL connect, MySQL underscore connect. This function we have to use here, MySQL underscore connect. In the bracket you have to give the parameters, right? In the bracket what all will give? $server name, $username, $password, $db underscore name. That is nothing but database name, right? This will be separated by using commas. Okay, and the bracket will be closed, and at last what will be there? Semicolon will be there, right? And the next one, we are going to give a if condition there. If this is not there, this connection is not there, so that we are using this exclamatory mark symbol and the name. The name we have given as $CONN, right? So this if this $CONN, before this $CONN, we are giving this exclamatory mark symbol. If this is not present, or if this is not connected, we will get the output as, we have seen this in the previous chapter itself. Die in the bracket, whatever you are giving will be displayed, right? So the error message here they have given us connection failed. Okay, connection failed inside the double quotes, and then MySQLi connect error off. Likewise, you have to give in this if section, okay, and echo connect successfully. If that is if that is not connected, you will get the result as connection failed, that we are giving inside the die function. And if it is connected successfully, the next line will be processed, right? Only if that connection is not correct, that will be displayed. If the connection is correct, the process will be executed before the if till that line. It will be executed first, and it will just skip the if condition, and it will come here. Here they have given echo connected successfully, so that if it is connected, it won't go inside the if statement. It will just jump here and connected successfully. This will be displayed there. Understood? And the closing of PHP tag is given here. Okay, this code snippet have the 4 variables, and these are used to connect to the database server. Okay, that means server name means database server IP address, right? Username means database server will have a username, that username. Password means we all know database server will have a password, that password. And DB name means that is database name, right? Then MySQLi connect. This function uses this variable to connect the database server to PHP. Okay, if the connection gets failed, output will be printed as MySQL error code. Otherwise, the connection is success or connected successfully. Like that, we'll get the output. Okay. Next, let's see how to perform queries. Okay. Next topic is performing queries. Our main goal of this PHP and MySQL connectivity is to gain or manipulate the data from the MySQL database server. Okay, the SQL query statement will help in PHP MySQL extension to achieve the goal, right? What is our goal? Our goal is to connect this PHP and MySQL, right? So this MySQLi query, this function will help to execute the SQL queries. SQL means structured query language, right? This query statement in PHP scripting language will be executed using this MySQLi query, right? Now let's see the syntax for this MySQLi query. Okay, MySQLi underscore query. In the bracket, you have to write as connection object inside the double quotes. Okay, then it will be separated by a comma, and next one SQL query you have to give inside another double quotes, right? See an example, so you'll get an idea of this. $con is equal to, we are giving a name for this, and $con is equal to MySQLi underscore connect. In the bracket, we are giving localhost, my user, my password is student underscore database. Like this, they have given everything must be inside a double quotes. Okay, and these all the things will be mentioned inside a bracket, and this line will end with semicolon. Okay, next one we are giving a name as SQL. $SQL is equal to, inside the double quotes we are giving select student name, student age from student. Okay, and this line also will end with semicolon, and now we are going to give the MySQLi query. Okay, this two lines we have given. One is CON and another one is SQL, right? We are going to give the query for this both line. How will you give the query for this both lines? We know the function here. What is the query function? MySQLi query. In the bracket, you have to give the parameters, right? We have given two parameters here. We are going to use this two parameters to in this query function, right? So MySQLi underscore query the bracket you are going to give $CON and what else is here? Comma $SQL. Okay, this line also will be ending with semicolon. Okay, next one is closing connections. Okay, closing connection means we will use MySQLi underscore close. Okay, now from the word itself we can understand this function is used to close the database which is opened already, right? This connection between the PHP scripting language and the MySQL database server. Okay, here also the syntax is MySQLi underscore close. Inside the bracket, you have to give the connection object inside the double quotes, right? For that also we have given an example. First you have to open the PHP tag and we are giving one that con. This variable we are declaring here. Con is equal to MySQLi connect and we are giving the parameters inside the bracket and then we have to close this. To close this we are using this function. Okay, MySQLi underscore close. Inside the bracket we are giving that parameter or that variable name inside this bracket. So $con. Okay, in the end of the line we have to give semicolon and we'll close this PHP closing tag. Okay, and now let's see an example of PHP and MySQL program. Okay, first we'll open any PHP program. First we'll start with PHP code, right? And then server name, username, password, DB name. Okay, here they have given $server name is equal to localhost. Username is username. Password is password. Database name is student underscore DB. Okay, now we are going to do the connection process. For connection, we have to give a name. For that purpose, they have given here $connection is equal to MySQL underscore connect. In the bracket, we are going to give these 4 parameters. $server name, $username, $password and $DB name, right? This will be separated by the codes. Okay. Next one is if statement. Okay, here they have given a if statement to check whether the connection is correct. In the previous example, I have shown you that they used exclamatory mark and then they have returned the connection. Exclamatory mark means that is just to check the connection that is connected or not. To check that only they have used that exclamatory mark, right? Likewise, here in this if statement they have given if of MySQLi connect error. If there is some error in connection, then inside the if statement they have given a statement failed to connect to MySQL or MySQLi connect error. Likewise, whatever you are giving in this echo will be displayed, right? So inside this echo we are giving failed to connect to MySQL or MySQL connect error. This will be displayed if it is not connected, right? If it is connected, it will just jump down to this line, SQL underscore STMT. This is SQL underscore statement. This line it will jump if the connection is correct. If the connection is not correct, then it will process this if statement also. Understood? And next one, SQL underscore statement is equal to select from my contacts, right? This is the SQL select query. Okay, here we have checked the connection already and in the next line they have given result. Result is equal to query. Query means they are checking the connection and then running the SQL. Okay, here is my SQLi query. Inside the bracket they have given connection and SQL statement, right? The connection they have given in the top, right? Connection is equal to MySQLi connect, server name, these and all are given inside the bracket. Next one is SQLi statement is equal to select from my contact. This both lines are there, right? So for result they are giving MySQLi query. Inside the bracket they are giving these 2 parameters, right? Connection and SQLi statement. This is used to execute the SQLi statement rows. Okay, for rows here they have given MySQLi number rows. In the bracket they have given result. Okay, this is used to get the number of rows in return. Okay, if this rows they have given an if condition again, right? Here if in the bracket they have given this rows and then they are opening the parenthesis while rows is equal to MySQLi fetch array. Array means it will have more than one variable, right? More than 2 variables array can have a number of variables, right? So they are using array here. Row is equal to MySQL fetch array of result. Okay, fetch array of result. Inside this, first they are giving echo ID. For that, row of ID and BR is for break. Then full name, then gender, contact number, email, city. For everything we are creating each row. Okay, so here first echo ID. First row is for ID and we are creating a row for ID. For that, echo inside the quotes we are giving ID and dollar row, and inside the bracket we have given, inside the square bracket we have given ID. Okay, we are creating a row for ID. Okay, next a break. Break means it will break that line and it will go to the new line. Okay, next line is for full names. Full name and then row is created for full name and then again break. Then echo gender and again row for gender and break. Contact number, row for contact number, break. Email, row for email ID and then break. City, row for city, break. Country, row for country, break. And here they have given 2 BR, that means 2 break. 2 lines, 2 next lines will be left free. Okay, and then now if statement has been closed, and then what else we have opened here? Inside the if statement we have given a array statement. Inside this array also we have a one bracket, right? That bracket, and also this if row, and after that one bracket is there, right? That bracket is also closed here. Okay, next one is MySQL close. Now we have given all the execution processing steps and every statements, right? Now we have to close this. For closing, what function is MySQL underscore close, right? What is the name of this program? Here first, after assigning the server name, username, password and DB name, we have given the connection, right? So the execution starts with the name of connection. We are connecting this, right? MySQL connect, we are giving the name as connection. So to close that database connection, we have to give that name here, MySQL underscore close, in the bracket connection. This is given. Okay, and how will you close the PHP tag? The PHP end tag is question mark and then greater than symbol. Okay, in this code, the SQL query will get 2 records from a student table in a school database. Okay, here they have given the table as student and the database name as school. Okay, these records are populated into the client browser using this PHP scripting language. Okay, using this PHP, we are going to do this in the client's system. Okay, that's all. We have come to the end of this lesson. Okay, and we have seen how to connect this PHP and MySQL, right? And we have seen about the database connection, managing the database connections, and about the queries, and we have seen closing connections, and at last we have seen a big example program for connecting the PHP and MySQL program, right? When you see this page in your book, page number 129, you will feel that this is a big program, right? But if you just split it into portions, you can see as a very simple program. If you see the program, first lines they have given, first line is opening PHP tag. Next 4 lines are same. For server name 1 line, username 1 line, password 1 line, database name 1 line, right? Next 1 line is for connection, and one if statement is there, and then SQL statement 1 line, and then for query 1 line. In that query, we are connecting the SQL statement and connection, right? By combining the 2 lines which is present previously, only this new line is coming, result MySQL query. In that we are connecting the connection and SQL statement, right? And then again in this MySQL number of rows, we are going to create some rows. For that, while row is equal to, inside this if statement we are giving a while and we are giving an array. Array means we will have so many variables, right? So inside this we are giving ID, name, gender, contact number, email ID, city, country. Likewise, you can write your own program, right? Just to see this concept and try to create your own program. Okay, to do this PHP and MySQL, try to write your own programs. You can just change the things which is inside this echo, and you can just change this names, a full name, gender, contact number, email, city, these are all given, right? This one you can just change it and create a database, and you can create a table, and you can insert rows inside that, and you can do a PHP and MySQL program, right? So now you are clear with connecting the PHP and MySQL program, right? In the previous lesson, we have seen about forms and files, and previously we have seen about PHP conditional statements, looping structure. These are all very, very small lessons, right? As whenever you are listening to this class or watching to this video, you can just take your books and read that lessons. It will be just 2 or 3 pages, right? Just read that lessons and then move on to the next one. Okay, in the next class we'll start about computer networks. Okay, next session we'll start about introduction to computer networks. Okay, thank you for your valuable time. Stay home, stay safe, take care, bye.